Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
Welcome to Flat Earth Debate Uncut and After Show. I'm your host, Nathan Oakley, and if you are new to this channel, or you've not done so already, then be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with all the Flat Earth Debate pre-show and after-show goodness. If you would like to support this channel, there is a super chat that runs alongside each of these shows while they premiere. There's also a PayPal and crypto link in the info box below the video. Most importantly, if you would like to watch the show live, there is a link to the Flat Earth Debate channel in the info box below this video. Now, we are joined by a whole bunch of people, as it is the interim stages between the two debates, so I'll introduce whoever's on the panel, and they can keep you entertained while I set up for the second live show. So we are joined by The Plain Truth, Spurs Chemo, Flatten Earth, Sleeping Warrior, Mike, and Darwin. Good to have you all.
Good to be here. It's good.
Hello. I can't find your channel.
Can't find Flat Earth Debate.
No, I'm looking in YouTube. It's just like, yeah, video.
Who's that? That's got to be Anthony with his evil desk. Mute that Skype line. Yeah, you've been muted, Anthony, but mute your Skype line on your desk. So, for those who aren't aware, Anthony's just got the virtues of a new desk to his arsenal, which is wonderful, other than he's not familiar with it completely. So we may have some interruptions from his Skype line. You're muted in Hangout, by the way, Anthony. Well, this starts off the premiering audience's bit, guys, so I'm glad you're all really chatty.
Yeah,
I just didn't.
I'm doing some work in the meantime, so I've got myself on mute.
Yeah, and I had no idea you were doing a Flat Earth Debate again, so...
I'm sure I told you, Owen. I could have swore I told you.
No, I did see you post these links. What? Remember you telling me?
My bad.
Check.
Yes, we're live in 5. It's a good show, though. I think we went through... How many Hangouts did we churn through? 3 or 4?
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Today?
We had Chris on, didn't we? So Chris clearly is a sore loser. And as soon as it reached the point where... You'll like this point, Arwin, you'd have been all over this. So his point was that mass attracting mass is proven by Jupiter's moons. And I said, well, how do you get mass attracting mass from the lights in the sky, intangible objects? And then he got quite angry and started stuttering and swearing, so I kicked him out. And then he sniped the show. But I think we're on show 2 or 3 by that stage anyway. How is the early bird, Darwin? See, if you were smart, you'd realise that this is going out to the biggest audience right now, and this is your opportunity to plug your show.
Well, the early bird show is doing great. Today maybe was a little bit slower, but yesterday was such a heavy day. So much happened, like one live stream after the other. Like, yeah, at some point, I was like, okay, I've been watching non-stop live streams for like 6 hours now. Anytime you guys are planning on just having a break, that's crazy. So today was a bit tired out maybe because of that yesterday, but glorious hangouts. Ranty had that amazing presentation, and Riley's debate was also, well, he messed up at first, I think, with his hangouts, and then later on that went on. And Nathan?
Yeah? Was
Yeah,
that the end of your...
exactly, yeah.
It didn't sound like you'd got to the end of a sentence, Alwyn, so I didn't say anything.
Okay, wait, yeah, but I wasn't sure, but it was all over the place. So today I was... Oh yeah, and Martin Liedtke had another Tartarian thing with that freaking photographs of knights. It's like, what? It was amazing. It gave me a lot of material to think about, and I was kind of stumbling today on the Flat Earth Early Bird show with that. Like, oh shit, I have so much more research to do, so much more
Martin's
thinking
now
to do
got
about this.
18,000 subscribers.
Martin, yeah, he did, amazing, and well deserved, really. He has the best, materials out there so far. Incredible photographs and books, and phew, just for that material alone, if you would mute him, I'm not telling you you should, but if you'd mute him, just watching at those pictures, just enough to blow your mind every time. Oh. Anyway, yeah, my Flat Earth Early Bird show is doing pretty good. I'm having different kind of guests, sometimes ballers, sometimes flat earthers, or sometimes you guys. Always nice when you pop by. I got monetized finally, and it's working out. I'm getting the hang of how that works.
Is it me getting a crappy connection, or you, Arwin? Yeah, it's me getting a rubbishy connection. Stupid VPN. I must have done something to the VPN though, because it doesn't kick me out the Hangout anymore. It's still there, I'm still in. Whereas before it would literally disconnect me completely from the Hangout. Now it seems to reconnect and keep me in the Hangout. Don't quite know how. No, he says. It's been a great start. It's been a great start to the debate after a month off. Nothing but technical issues, which typically this goes out on Nathan Oakley channel, on my second channel. But instead, that's got old debates running for the next 2 months at 11 AM UK time. Then on this, the main channel, you'll get what would typically be on Nathan Oakley channel, which is the pre-show and the after-show. Get all this dead air and technical issues and glitches and my VPN disconnecting and reconnecting from the Hangout. Fun, fun, fun. Guess the movie on the start of a premiering show on my main channel. Heartbreaking. Come on, VPN. No, it's not. It's the actual internet. Bad sign. Good job I rounded out the last show properly, eh? Well, might not have a second show today if this internet doesn't come back. Come on, Virgin Media. Tunnel Bear's going nuts. Grrr. No internet. I'd like to say it's been a fun month off. It's been incredibly hard work. I'm now fully set up on Nathan Oakley NathanOakley.com. Check that out. It's got all of the debates. It's got science versus pseudoscience and science versus scientism. What else has it got? It's got interviews. So of all the Flat Earth UK / Flat Earth United / Flat Earth United Kingdom, I sort of varied the name as I went along. But yeah, on the Flat Earth UK shows, there's probably more. I've probably missed a few, but there was about 45 one-to-one interviews with people. So I've put all those on nathanoakley.com as well. It's quite a good collection of stuff to go and check out. I'll put a link in the info box on Nathan Oakley 1980 channel. So if you're watching this on the premiere, click on the link in the info box below this video. You can go straight to nathanoakley.com. Check it out. It will get polished up. It's just the material that's been put on there for now, as I did go through on Patricia's show the other day. But I'm pleased with it. I'm pleased with all the materials on there, especially in terms of the timing. So working very, very hard to get that done. And then the timing has been such that I've now been able to start live streaming on Flat Earth Debate channel. So that was set up a month ago, but didn't end up getting used. Now it's being used to live stream the show to a very limited audience. And obviously this bit isn't going out live, it's just going to you lucky almost 10,000 people. At least I can actually release a video when it comes to hitting 10,000. I can't wait. It sounds pathetic, but I know that it's a classification that YouTube will give a 10,000, subscribed channel, or a channel with 10,000 subscribers, which is to say that it gets deemed as popular. So where I got that from was they had a facility about maybe a year or 18 months ago, which is now widespread, which everyone can use, which is on a mobile device. You can just go to Broadcast Now and live stream straight from a mobile phone. Or when that was in beta, they only gave it to popular YouTubers. And then when you looked at what you had to have to be classed as a popular YouTuber, it was given to anybody with 10,000 or more subscribers. So I remember Patricia and Mark doing a show, going out on a ferry, and they were amongst the first to be able to do that. And I was like, wow, how cool, just immediately live streaming. Because I had live streamed before. I'd done it at a UK meetup, so Flat Earth UK in Oxford. I'd taken a laptop and 2 mobile phones, so I had a bit of redundancy, and was basically using one as a Wi-Fi hotspot, connecting the laptop to it so I could go into the actual live streaming software from YouTube and stream from the laptop like it was connected to a proper internet connection, which technically it was. So it didn't mean I had to use or rely on the phone, which wasn't available then anyway. But to me it seemed really cool, considering when I did that I was like, wow, how amazing is this? I'm doing an outside broadcast with a laptop and a mobile phone, and here I am by the river broadcasting live. Wow, how cool is that? Now you can just do it with an iPhone. You just stick YouTube on, click the top right hand corner, there's a little camera icon, and you can just go live. I think it's pretty much anybody who has the facility to go live can go live using YouTube's own software, which is pretty cool. I mean, I think that's pretty amazing that you can just live stream from anywhere, and I've done it a few times now, so obviously that's the novelty has worn off to a certain extent. But yeah, chuffed. Better tell the live chat, hadn't I, in the Flat Earth debate feed. Internet died. Just waiting for it to come back. Super slick. If this was on the second channel as opposed to on Nathan Oakley 1980, this would be dead air. So for anybody who does end up subscribing to Nathan Oakley channel, again, link in the info box below this video, just be aware that generally speaking I'll start the uncut show. Oh, of course I've got an error sending message. I've got no internet, have I? Stupid iPad. It says error sending message. Oh yeah, I've got no internet, have I? I'm just recording to the computer locally. That's all I can do. Can't message anybody. I suppose my phone would work, but as this is literally now recording for the Nathan Oakley 1980 audience, my biggest audience, this would not be preferable to have dead air. I'd rather have this filled with me babbling on about internet problems, as that's slightly more entertaining. Smash the super chat for this wonderful debate. You know how it is. Green flashing lights from my Virgin Media box. Oh, white light. Oh, that looks promising. It's been flashing lights for the last 5 minutes while I've been babbling away. So where was I? Yes, live streaming from a mobile. Amazing technology. I'd be better off with a mobile right now. I literally have no internet from Virgin Media. Not a great advert for fibre optic internet. Making me late. 3 minutes past the hour. Damn you. Damn you. So yeah, what else can I tell you? Got a new show with Patricia. It has served as a replacement for The Secret Show. And The Secret Show is on Wednesdays at 11 PM UK time. And it's now... Oh, reconnecting. Oh, yes. No, you're having difficulty still. Oh, great. Come on, flash your lights. So yeah, I've got a new show with Patricia, Uncurved. But it fills the slot that she was doing with Mark. And then she did a show with Mark last night. And I was like, great! does that mean the secret show's coming back? Because I've got to be honest, I'd rather be in the audience watching her and Mark than in the chair doing the show. Now, understandably, if I love the show, presumably other people love the show and would like that slot filled. But if Mark's there and willing and they're all sorted and kosher, then hopefully they'll do the secret show and I'll get to be an audience member again. Now, when I told her this, she was like, oh, don't you want to do the show? I was like, oh, no, I do want to do it, but I just don't want you to feel in any way like I'm going to be any sort of roadblock. If you're like, oh, actually, you know, we will do the secret show, I'll just change the date. I was like, well, whatever, you know, just don't let you feel like I'll be in any position to care. If I'm live streaming it, I'll be happy that I'm on the air. You know, I'm not going to stand in the way of having a secret show to watch from the comfort of my bed, you know, as opposed to sat here with all the lights glaring in my eyes till 1 a.m. But ultimately speaking, you know, I love doing that show. It's great because Patricia's a good friend. So I'm sure a few people said it in her live chat. It's like, oh, you can tell these two are good friends. They just chat away for ages without any issue at all. Here we go. We're reconnecting. Things are happening. Excellent, excellent. Joining. Does it work? Does it work? No, nothing. If anything can go wrong, it will go wrong. Uses that moniker. Here we go. Should I refresh? You tell me, live audience, that I don't have. My apologies for the dead air. I'm just trying to figure out what. I've just got a black screen and nothing's going on. Hopefully we'll find out momentarily. Why have I not got a sidebar? Let's just refresh this and see if that helps. No internet. Back to guess the movie. Got to confess, this internet service that I have does take a huge amount of time to reconnect once it does disconnect. With other services, the one before was 10 times worse because it was constantly disconnecting, which this doesn't. Riveting stuff, riveting. We will get into debate shortly. While this seems like an eternity for me, it's probably only been about 5 minutes, so. Normally get away with filling about 2 or 3 dead airs worth of minutes with a little sing-song from Issa. Welcome to the show. Right, oh, all the lights are go. If my VPN connects. Connected. Hey, hey, hey. Looks like we're in business. Hello. Can you hear me?
Yes, I hear you.
Excellent.
I see you.
Where's everybody gone? Do they all think I'd finished permanently?
I don't know. They just dropped off.
Oh well, I'll go live
Warrior
and...
was first. Arwen was talking to you. You didn't respond. And he and I talked for a little bit, and everybody just slowly dropped off.
Ah, well. Such is life. I'll start the
probably
next live show.
figured you
I
guys
lost my
dropped or
internet connection,
something.
basically, so everything went wrong just as the show ended, which wasn't terrible timing. Because
Yeah.
I had actually rounded out the last show. What I now need to do is just get this actually set up to go live, and then... I don't know, are you in one of the Skype chats for Flat on Earth?
Yeah, Master B.
Can you just let them know that I am actually about to go live again?
Okay.
Very much.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
Welcome to Flat Earth Debate. I'm your host, Nathan Oakley, and if you're new to this channel, or you've not done so already, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth Debate. If you would like to support this channel, there is a super chat that runs alongside each of these shows while they premiere, not while they're live, but there is a PayPal and crypto link in the info box below the video. Most importantly though, if you would like to join the discussion, simply mute the page you are currently watching, then click the link in the info box below this video to join the panel and express your views on the shape of the Earth. If you do join, please don't swear. If you do, you'll be ejected, and if you are, please don't try to rejoin the stream using sock accounts. You'll be warmly welcomed back on the next stream. Please also share the show. Sharing the show obviously increases the live audience, but this in turn increases the chances of a more diverse panel. So please share the show on social media. And one last time, if you're new to the channel or you've not done so already, be sure to subscribe and hit the bell notification icon to keep up to date with the Flat Earth Debate. Now, we are joined by Flatten Earth and is it Spurs Chemo? How are you both doing?
Great, thank you.
Are you Spurs?
No, I'm not.
It is Spurs, but he's just not replying. I had a brief internet connection problem, which is why this show's now gone out gone out late, on account of the fact that I'd started recording and then all the internet died, so I had no one to talk to other than myself. So thank you for sticking by us if you're in the premiering audience on Nathan Oakley 1980. But a very warm hello and welcome back to all the people who are watching us live. So it's just you and me, Flatten Earth.
Just us.
So the last time we were discussing a subject of merit, we had started off...
Jose being a troll. That's what we were talking about.
Who being a troll?
Jose.
Oh, yes. That's what we ended the last show on. I was actually going to talk about comparing Aristophanes to Jesus in terms of the evidence, because that was the last conversation that you had a big hand in.
Oh, man.
That's the reaction I was expecting.
Yeah. So as far as that, there may be more evidence to Jesus, but then that's just the first step of it, right? Because then you have to get to the point where he died and then he came back to life and walked around for 40 days and said goodbye to everyone and then floated up into heaven, and that to me is the part where the zealotry comes in, where it's absolutely crazy that anybody would believe this, and it may be true. I'm not saying I'm not full atheist. It's possible. Anything is possible. But in my reality, a globe is more likely than any of the things I just said. But maybe that's just me.
No, I think that's perfectly reasonable. I mean, the point that we're trying to make is that there's more evidence for something that you don't accept, obviously as just disclosed, than for Aristophanes. So, obviously the globehead narrative is just accept Aristophanes regardless, right? Even though there's more proof of Jesus.
Yeah, absolutely. And I have no problem believing that Jesus exists. I used to be religious, I used to be just like everybody else. I just didn't want to go to hell and, that kind of thing. But I've let go of that, mostly because my mom, she's a religious schizophrenic, as I told you yesterday. Or I just said schizophrenic, but she's been diagnosed as religious schizophrenic, and she was in a crazy house and all this kind of stuff. She thinks she talks to God, and that's the hard part, because that's what everybody wants. That's what everybody thinks they do. The only difference with her is that she thinks God replies to her and tells her to tell people to do things, Like one time, one of my sisters, she told my sister to go to a tree to receive Immaculate Conception, so just to give you an idea of the type of things she says. And so it's complicated, because I've had a life of this, a life of my mom telling me these religious kind of things, which I understand now are not comparable to the consensus belief of the Bible, and what my mom was saying wasn't biblical at all. it was just her madness. But to me, there's no difference to her telling my sister to go to a tree versus what the Bible says Jesus did or went through, or what he expects of us, or what he expects will happen to us if we're not good or if we're bad, you know?
Yeah, I get it. I think Anthony said something similar to you. With, by the sounds of things, had fairly similar religious upbringings, but obviously I didn't have any schizophrenia as part of it, so that's a lot more stressful by the sounds.
Yeah.
Yo, yo.
Hey, Anthony.
Yeah. So, I mean, that's specifically why it triggers me, you know, and so I do know it triggers me, and it's you know, that's just my thing. But I still think what I'm saying, it does make sense. I'm not speaking from a place of irrationality, you know. I still think what I say stands.
Fair enough. Where did everyone go, Anthony? I came back after the internet kicked me out. Hello. And everyone had gone.
I think, I don't know, I thought I don't know. I'm not sure what had happened. I just realised that things had stopped, but I don't know, is the answer.
Fair enough. I was like panicking because the internet died. When I finally got it back and got in the hangout, I was like, oh no, everyone's gone. The day I need them the most.
So we're still live?
This is now live, yes.
Yeah.
Or at least I hope it is. I haven't actually brought the
And
live
so
feed up.
going back to religion, which is what triggers me, everybody seems to think that when I say I don't believe in creation, everybody goes automatically to the Big Bang, you know, and ultimately what I'm saying is that I don't know, you know, or when I say I don't believe in a creator, people call me an atheist. And I'm not saying there's no creator. It's very possible that all that is true, but I just don't think we have the capacity to know this. You guys get that? Is that irrational of me?
No, not at all.
Well, it seems like people don't hear that. They don't hear when I say things, they automatically go to, I believe in the mainstream, but I don't.
Generally speaking, we've never seen you triggered. And hey, Jose, that's the only scenario that we have seen it. So
reporting for duty.
It's nice to get an explanation as to why.
Yeah. Yeah, you're definitely reporting for duty, Jose.
What do you think you're reporting for, though, eh?
Welcome back, Nathan. I missed you. I cried a lot. I was with Riley banging my head in the walls also. So welcome back. We missed you. All the ballers, myself, all the flat earthers, nobody knew what to do. My wife missed you, and she's not even a flat earther. Boom.
Well, that's nice to hear. Well buttered up. So
yeah. Have they rejected your initiation, Jose? Have they said you can't join their club?
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Have they rejected your initiation? Have they said that you can't join their club?
I'm presenting myself. I came in voluntarily for an intervention. Thank you. Go ahead.
Oh, right. I think that might have been a language thing then. I was joking saying that they wouldn't let you in their group.
Oh, no. I have for months and months, for at least a year, I've been joining many different Discord servers and hangouts and shit. I always listen to the opposition, you know?
Yeah, me too. Me too. I mean, I don't know if you know what my position is. My position is that I want to see them prove that it's a ball. Nathan's view is it's obviously and observably flat, but I'm more neutral in that I say, well, I've got to then try and prove it. And I realize I can't prove it. I've got a P900 and a compass. That's about as far as I've got. But
I understand your position, and it's good, yeah. You usually say it might be a ball, but it might be a lot bigger than we thought, and I appreciate that, yeah.
Hey,
yeah, but the point is...
Sorry to interrupt. Hey, Vegan.
Hey there, it's me.
Good to have you.
The point is, I realise that even if I believe that we live on a flying what's it, right? It still requires the ball earthers to prove that there's a ball, that it's spinning, that it's orbiting the sun, that it's on an axial tilt, and it's got a gas pressure that exists in a vacuum. If any of them points they can't prove, then the rest of it collapses. But what you've done is you've took one part of that and said that's enough for me. And I'm like, really? That's crazy. You got to show at least something to support the other ones, and there is nothing. So that's why my view is, well, I'll give you the curve that you think you're seeing over where you are, but you have to come back with us with something for the rest of it, because you can't just say, well, I'll have one of the 6 and then that's enough for me, because that's not an intellectually honest position.
Hold on a second. Hold on. Sorry, Jose. Hey, Arwin.
Hello.
Hello.
Hey.
Where have you been, Arwin?
I understand your position, Riley, and I appreciate it. Go ahead.
Oh, that's a polite way of saying cough.
No. Yeah, I have always been a horrible debater. I like, having a discussion and talks and whatever. But as for being prepared to present you scientific proof or any answer accepted with the housekeeping questions, I got nothing. No, I just chose to go back to I believed in. I was born and believe in the globe for 40 years, and then I've been in this flat earth for about 2.5 years. So I chose to believe in flat earth a little bit. I just decided to go back and believe in the globe because why not? I couldn't find in flat earth all the answers that I wanted. There are optical phenomena. There's the philosophy. There's the synthetic approach, and I just chose to go back to same approach you take, synthetic approach, that if you cannot feel it, objects in the sky are intangibles, nothing can be scientifically proved. So I say, if the same thing the globe has to offer, I'm going to tackle this subject from a global point of view. So I decide to believe in the ball and try to find all this evidence now from a baller point of view, knowing the arguments for flat earth, understanding them. And I mean, I'm really deep into this, so I'm not ready to go away. I want to get to the bottom of this shit.
40 years?
But I will research and I will find the answer for the housekeeping questions, and I'm going to be good. It might take me a week, it might take me a month, but I will come back with answers and good footage to present.
How's it going so far then, Jose?
You're going to return the camera, right?
But you've already turned the corner and moved on to the ball, so you must have something so far, right?
Well, I was holding back a little bit of footage, not because I was going to be yelled at, not because I was going to be ridiculed, because I chose to, because I just wanted to present only 2 things: optical phenomena that could have been hijacked a long time. They could have been hijacked as curvature, and it's true. Not all obstruction is curvature. So most of those can be explained with the optical phenomena. Now, the other ones that I held back, I said, holy shit, this is a really clear day, and I see no optical phenomena. There's a lot of obstruction. I'm just going to hold this back. I'm not even going to present it because I don't want to struggle on finding an explanation and you guys struggle. Not have you guys struggle because you're going to nail it down. But I just decided, I chose not to present it. Now, then when I review myself inside, I say, why am I holding this back? I mean, to me, the easiest explanation is curvature. I just accepted it. I got rid of a lot of that footage. I'm taking new footage. I'm going to review a lot of footage, and I'm going to start uploading little by little what I think is explained with curvature.
Sorry, I didn't catch that last bit. You said, I think it can be explained as curvature.
What I believe the easier explanation is curvature. It's too hard to be explained in the flatter explanation with the optical phenomena than the angle of view and all of that. I don't see it working.
Can a pressurized system exist within a vacuum without a container?
Hold on. Let's just stick with curvature for now, guys. I'm really sorry. We'll come to that. But so I still haven't seen the connection though. So you said you've got some optical phenomena that you want to explain as curvature. Now I get that you want to explain it as curvature, but you haven't actually explained it as curvature. So how do we get from obstruction from the bottom up to Earth curve? What's the bit in between?
I presuppose that is the ball Earth spinning ball model that I was born and raised with implanted in my brain, and I just choose to see that image in my brain, and I say this is gonna be the only explanation.
Creepy troll.
So literally, your answer is our argument, which is to say that you presuppose as opposed to prove you're on a ball with any of these images.
Yeah, all I have is observations and a P900. That's all I got. I cannot scientifically explain it, and I don't got the answers yet.
Well, no, that's not true, Jose. You haven't. You've added. Hey, Travis. You've added a presupposition in there. So you had observations from a P900. Now you have observations from a P900 and a presuppositional R value, or a religious belief.
Yes, you're right.
Okie dokie. Radius Dominus, Gravita Spiritus Sanctus, Arwin. Go in peace, Jose. In R you trust.
Thank you.
Jose, let me ask. You know, my position is that I don't actually enjoy being a flat earther. I don't enjoy the negative attention that I get all the time. I know some people think and believe that I do it only for the fight. I enjoy the fight, but I don't enjoy being a flat earther. I just want to know what the proof is. If I'm asking for the proof and I'm not getting the proof, it doesn't make me instantly a flat earther in the same way that getting one piece of the 6-piece jigsaw puzzle should instantly make you a ball earther. Do you not think you might be jumping the gun that it's a ball just because you've accepted curvature?
Maybe yes. And the other take I take on this is just thinking about flat Earth. It made me react a very specific way on trying to talk about it to everybody, try to tell everybody. I got so deep down that I had to tell everybody. Now I say, let me try to just be quiet the last month or whatever, and I couldn't take it. And then I review everything that came down with the little bit of obstruction and thinking about I'm gonna take the bold route and try to find all this scientific evidence. And it has been so easy for me because I just wiped my brain of flat Earth and I'm able to talk about other things. I'm able to interact better with the world without flat Earth in my thoughts.
Yeah, you're lowering yourself to their level. That's blatantly obvious.
Yeah, now you don't have to be an evangelist anymore. You can accept what everybody else does. You take the wide road. Congratulations.
In other news, I just got some amazing footage on Channel Islands.
How far?
I can't figure it out, man. There's a ship that just passed behind the oil rig, so I'm going to try to find out if there's a shipping lane. But I have searched as high and as far as I can. The Coast Guard can't tell me where the oil rigs are located. Scuba companies can't tell me where the oil rigs are located. So I don't know the distance. I know the distance to the islands. Remember, Anthony, you and I were looking at them? 20 miles.
There's definitely something weird going on with those oil platforms, because unless they're temporary structures and they move, I can't find out any information about them.
They don't move.
Sorry to interrupt you, Travis. Any chance one of you, I know you're on a mobile probably, Travis, any chance Anthony maybe, or someone can bring up this observation on Travis's channel?
I can do that.
Well,
thank you very much.
The old ones are up. The new one I'm shooting right now, so it's not up yet.
Well, I got a really good observations that I wanted to share. And it's
let's see it, Jose. No, there's no curve, bro. I can see really, really far away, really clear. I think this is a really good flatter proof if you want to take it that way. I'm looking at a bridge 27 miles away from a 20 foot high observation, and I can see under the bridge where the clearance is about 150
Fantastic,
foot.
and you believe in a globe.
Yeah, really good.
Fantastic.
This is what I want to do. I want to take a footage and I want to critically present it without a bias. So I took this footage and I analyzed it a little bit. I said, let me upload it because it's really good, really interesting. If you want to present it, I appreciate that.
Yes, please.
Yeah. I'm in my mobile. Yeah. I'm in my mobile. I really can't.
Is it on your channel already, Jose?
Yes, it's the first video up in my channel that I uploaded a few hours ago.
Arwin, you there?
What?
Any chance you can go to Jose's channel and bring up the most recent video?
I can do that if you want.
It's about a 6-minute video.
Got plenty of time. We've only been on live for 20 minutes, so we've got 40 minutes. I'm sure we can play through a couple of videos. Travis is first, if you don't mind.
And this is the same bridge I caught in the observation. I did a stack image where I was really low, 2 foot, and then I stood up 6 foot, 10 foot, 12 foot, and 20 foot, which I could see more the higher I went up. But this time, I was at 20 foot, the higher position, and I could see a lot more, a lot clearer than I have ever seen in my previous observations. It was really good day to shoot.
Jose, did you say it was your most recent video?
Yes, it's a second part of observations. I think it starts with the second part.
And the bridge is 27 miles away.
Hold on.
Yes.
While you look, any chance you can get Travis's up just while you're looking for Jose's?
Who?
Just don't want to move past Travis's.
Travis is live here.
Yeah, but the thing is that I don't have anything new. It's all old stuff. So I mean, you can just go to Jose. It won't bother me.
Okie dokie.
Oh, because you're shooting right now, Travis. Live stream
Right.
for a minute.
Nah, I can't figure that shit out, man.
Okay, right, you're up.
Who?
So,
Me?
Can you see Anthony's page, Jose? Get there in the end.
Yes, yes.
Excellent. Talk us through what we're looking at.
Let me get out of the sun. It's right out here having a smoke. Okay, so I did a 360 view first so I can show where I was standing, checking on the tripod, and I turn on my dioptra app in the phone so I can show the coordinates, the time and date that I took the observations. So it's going to be in the top left.
That's a very manly car, that, Jose.
That can be keyed in on the Google Maps, and you can get to that. So it says it's 16 foot high above the water, plus a 6 foot high tripod. I say 2021 observer high, and this will be the footage. It was a really windy day, and the tripod is not the best. So behind this boat is interesting because you can see in the boat there's not a lot of these optical effects going on. Now, there's some structures in the back, but I can see in the right, in the left a little bit, you can see that tall. Oh, let me try to stop shaking the camera. To the left right there, you can see the darker spot where I'm gonna zoom in, and that's the bridge in question. And it's that triangle shape. So those are the biggest islands. And not that one in the middle of the screen right now. It's a little more to the left where I'm going to pan out. But you can see the street. You can see the line across.
You can actually see the cars driving on the bridge.
You can see the bridge, the street, and then a little more to the left. When I turn to the left a little bit, you can see the whole bridge, plus the street, with a little bit of clearance underneath. That bridge is, I'm going to put it at the end of the video. There are the details, but I think it's 100 and some foot clearance underneath. And the whole bridge is about 400 foot. You can see the blinking light in top of the bridge. I
can see why you're a baller then. Makes sense.
The camera is gonna get steady in a second.
Jose,
this is good footage. I wanna present this, because it's cool. I mean, it's actually I can see a lot more if in a globe. I mean, I have to hear the glober's perspective because I didn't do any math, but just with my raw knowledge, I think I can see more that I'm supposed to be seeing, and I can even see the horizon a little above the boat. So the boat is not even in the apparent horizon line; it's higher than that. I think this little black darker spot above the Jose JG is one boat heading to the bridge to under the clearance. So I just, took the footage, wanted to present it. I narrated it very well, and I included the observations. Now I'm gonna put the map in the video and throw the line to the bridge I'm looking at.
Can you click hide, Anthony, on that thing that says hide that's ruining everything. Thank you.
It's gonna be an extra minute now too.
Jose, how do you interpret this if you're on the ball side?
Is not sure yet because I have been days before where I'm not able to see the street or as much as the bridge as I see. So I could interpret this as a phenomena, as I never seen it before. So it's kind of a 1 in a 100.
Yeah, but was it a particularly clear day?
Sorry to interrupt. Hey, Unorthodox.
yes.
How you doing? No sound, Gringo.
Hello, hello.
Hello, good to have you.
Good to be here. Good to be here. Y'all don't bully Jose. Don't be too bad on Jose, all right? He's just thinking for himself, guys.
It was a really clear day. Water and air was the same temperature. It was 1 degree less on the water versus the air. And it was windy. It was close to dawn, you know. The sun was closer to be set. So look at that. That's the bridge I'm looking at. So there's a little bit of land before, and I cannot see, but still, you know, this is a long ways away that I'm
Jose, this
seeing.
is like nearly as far as I did my Blackpool Tower observation from point A, where I could see virtually all of the tower. And you're doing this in the daytime, and I'm going to say, well, this is never going to be possible on a sphere.
How tall
That's
was
why
the tower
that's
that
why
you
he
see?
believes it's a spare. You know, it makes sense, right?
Well, 27 miles. I mean, I did it at 29.75 miles, I think it was, and it was something like 478 feet. So you're going to be about 400 feet, and that bridge isn't 400 feet tall. That bridge is like maybe what 80 feet off the surface. Not even 80.
Yeah, right now, just gonna be 30 seconds, and the details on the bridge is gonna be in screen in less than a minute.
Yeah, the clearance of the bridges normally are usually a particular minimum.
There you go, 180 foot clear. It's one of the tallest, the biggest bridge. And now I'm gonna click for a little more information on the wiki page on that one.
Yeah, but what's the height above water though? That's what there we go.
Yeah, right now you're gonna see it right now. Yeah. Yeah, I try including all those little details. I don't want to leave anything behind. If you want to pause it, once I scroll down just a tiny bit more, hold on.
There we
There you
go.
go.
Total height. There we go. 133 meters is the pylon. Clearance above. There you go. Clearance above 262 feet.
There you go.
Just go back to that. Clearance above. Clearance below 178 feet. So the platform at its highest point sits 178 feet above the water. It's going to be 300 feet above the curvature of the Earth. This is why I said to you, you need to do a bit more research on, do a bit more, because you'll go at times when it supports ball. There's times when it supports flat, and you'll be in the honest position, which is I'm not sure what the default position actually is, because it could be either. But more often than not, I find that it's flat.
But this is what's different about me. I'm not gonna cherry pick anymore. I'm not gonna hide any more footage. I love to present it all, like this little piece of nugget, which is a really good observation. I never seen it that clear before. That's what I'm planning on doing moving forward.
I don't think it's cherry picking. I think what you're doing is trying to figure out which is the one that you see the most often. And I've only ever seen evidence of so-called curvature once, and it was a very cold, very dry day. But now, if you go back and focus, is that somewhere near your house?
It's about 45 minutes to an hour drive.
Shit, is it on you? It's not on your way to work, no?
No, not at all.
That's a pain in the ass.
Especially if you have to drive the Cadillac out there.
Yeah, I'm thinking my wife will get off work in like 3 hours, and I'm gonna try to persuade her to give me a ride over there to see if I can take a little bit more footage today, to try to catch the same thing, to see how it looks today. Pretty clear day, not too cloudy.
I think by going full baller, Jose was just hoping for clicks. Going from flat Earth to not knowing isn't going to yield any results like that. So,
no, you know what? I like this approach.
You know
I knew I was going to lose. I know I was going to lose.
This is not an approach
because I'm not promoting my channel. I don't promoting clicks and likes. I'm not.
What are you talking about? I've seen you literally on every channel since you started this nonsense.
And
I've
did
seen
I
you
put in
everywhere.
anything? Did I okay?
It
Did I put
hasn't
in
brought you
any?
any success,
Okay,
obviously,
when you don't, let me
because
know.
everybody knows that you're just talking nonsense. So you're not
Get a
going to get any
room.
clicks, but that seems like what you're doing.
Okay. Did you hear me mention or typing in chat? Subscribe to my channel. Yes.
I've heard you say plenty.
Not that. Thank you. I thought so.
Yeah, up next, Jose brings up his curvy train tracks as proof of ball Earth.
Yeah.
Is
Oh
Nick-
my
Man, you
God.
guys are being brutal to Jose. Why y'all being so brutal?
Well,
Yeah, and that's the difference on Orthodox. You come in here and you talk about nonsense too, but I don't hold it against you.
It's called
you have a belief,
honesty.
and that's fine. You know, and it's just Jose specifically. He seems to be trolling, and that's the difference. Zinder's
That's what a
the
lot of us
same way.
ballers think about you
Zinder
guys. We think you're trolling.
Zinder, that's fine, but I've never gone the other direction, and especially not in this drastic way. Zinder does the same exact thing, and I still like Zinder. I don't have a problem with him. It's just
Where's Nathan, by the
Jose and the
way?
way he's doing it. He's clearly trolling.
Where's
What do you mean the
Nathan?
way he's doing it?
A gossip show or what?
Right, hang on. Is Nathan still here, or have we somehow ended up being disconnected?
Yeah,
I
I'm
don't
just,
see
I'm just
Nathan
fiddling
here.
with the screen. Don't worry about me. I'm listening.
Oh, it's still going.
Well, to be honest, my position is Jose should be neutral. He should be genuinely, and he should state himself to be neutral. He shouldn't be cozying up to the ballers if he's rejecting flat Earth, because that makes you then become the enemy if you are actually going to bat for their team. Now, I don't care if you do bat for their team or not, but if you're going to bat for their team, but then pretend that you're not going to be a victim if you present evidence, well, that's a bit disingenuous, because if you present evidence as the opposing team, you're going to expect to be treated as the opposing team. I would say be more neutral, Jose, because if you cozy up to them, it looks like you are deliberately fighting against us intentionally.
And then,
Neutral,
and then
like
you brought
this
on your
video.
tape
If you listen to the narration on this video I put, you tell me if I'm pushing any kind of narrative or trying to persuade people to either way. You just tell me, because that's going to be my approach now.
Yeah, but now you're on their team, and you just you're basically running in the opposite direction on their team. So they're not going to be happy with that. You can't win on this situation.
Oh,
And
it's on me.
not.
I know.
That's
I'm
not what it
taking
is,
this
Vegan.
route.
It's not about him being on the opposite team. He's going total Dawn Treader on us. It's literally that retarded.
Thank you, Flatner.
What do you mean going Dawn Treader? I'm not even familiar with the reference.
Neither do I.
Well, he just accepts things when he brings up truths. He's just, yeah, you know, I just trust R. It's the same exact thing.
Full on Dawn Treader.
You're offended for it, okay? Yeah, you
I
take
thought you
this
said
too
Zinder was doing
emotional.
the same thing.
Some of you take this like really in an emotional way, in a personal way, and now because I don't subscribe to what you subscribe, all the ideas, and I go yes, now I'm the bad person, right? It's my thought, it's my mentality, it's not the person, it's the content, bro.
Yeah,
R is not your thought. R is given to you.
Hang on, to be fair, Jose, I have seen you just using words like cult, brainwashed. That's not being...
Oh, that's the way I think. I'm entitled to my opinion, bro.
Yeah, I
He's
think
doing what you guys
I think
think
the
about a
second head on your icon
No.
took you over, Jose.
Hang on, so if that's what you think, does that mean that you actually think that you were brainwashed?
No, I mean, I brainwashed myself.
Really?
Yeah.
So
I was taking it all in and accepting it all.
What part of asking for evidence to support? Hang on. What part of asking for evidence to support the position that we believe or that we're told? What part of that is brainwashing?
I decided to, besides that, I was doing my own research and looking for proof and evidence of a flat Earth. You know what? I wanted to take a little look at this flat Earth, how it looks. What is it sitting on a turtle, on a sand, on water? Is it floating? How does it look? I can picture the globe. Okay, it's a cartoon, it's a CGI, it's a composite, but I can picture it in my mind. I could picture it for 40 years. Now, in 2.5 years, I cannot picture this flat Earth. It's too many different positions, and there's no position. I don't want to have a no position, and I don't want to have different alternatives. I want to know, you know.
Yeah, that's genius. So yeah, so we don't know for sure what the truth is. So you just pick the known lie.
Yeah, that's
very
kind of
brave of you. Very brave.
yeah. Basically, got
Thank
to
you.
choose sides, even if you're not sure. Just pick one
The
side or
only
the other, right, Jose?
the one thing that I would like to say, Jose, is again, I don't think that we would have a problem with you having your own thoughts and thinking independently, but when you use words, that's what we have to go on. So I think that you need to maybe be selective in terms of the words that you choose and the way that you communicate, because I think that is where we are.
Not selective. I think the word neutral is the word that he needs to use there, Travis. Neutral, not selective, because selective sounds like it's
No, I mean he needs to select his vocabulary wisely, because when a person says XYZ and we interpret that and he says, "Oh, well, no, I'm just expressing myself," then I would say, then you better figure out how to express yourself, because that's what I'm hearing and that's what we're hearing. So
okay, you want to hear my take on it? So when I am in the chats and when I try to express myself, I get yelled at in the chat. I get called zealot. I get called I sold out. I get called a scammer. I get called this and that. I cannot defend myself, and I can say like, dudes, you guys are freaking exaggerating. That's a freaking cult mentality. Because I decide to choose another route, you start attacking me like this without any proof, because you guys don't know where I'm coming from, what I'm made of, you know? So
What
you call
world
me
did you
names,
live
I
in?
call you names. And it's not to everybody. Those who attack me, who tell me things, I'm going to tell back because I got a voice, you know?
Do you have any memory of the time before you decided to become a baller? Because you might recall, if you think carefully, that the ballers do that shit and way beyond to us constantly. So it's very odd for you to now complain about how flat earthers are getting emotional and taking it personal. So odd. Like, where's that come from? Out of nowhere.
You say the key word. You say us, and I am me. I am my own persona, bro.
Well,
if they did that to you, it's on you. You know?
are talking you guys, flat earthers. Okay, so you're the one that's actually doing that. Don't
when I say
you
guys,
in my shoes.
Those in chat and those listening, you know who you are. It's not you guys like these ones in the panel, not necessarily. Those who are created this bullshit on themselves.
Yeah, it's like
yesterday.
seeing a guy lobotomize himself openly out in the open.
Yesterday. I wanted
very
to.
It literally is like that.
Creepy to see.
I think it was yesterday. Randy had a show going on, and I wanted to just type in the chat. So what am I going to do if I cannot type in the chat and I get banned and I get insulted by everybody in the chat, calling me names and telling me scammer, and I cannot defend myself because I cannot type because I'm blocked? What can I do in that subject if I'm not accepted to have an opinion? I unsub and I don't look anymore.
What's up, man?
Randy was doing something.
Sorry,
Randy was
with
doing
me.
something really
Hold
good.
on, guys. Hello.
I'm almost done.
Hold on 1 second. Hey, Zinder, can you hear us?
Yeah, I can hear you all.
Good
Go
to have
on,
you.
please.
So Randy was doing something really good, presenting good evidence, good explanations on the flat earth. I want to continue looking at these explanations and grasp it in my mind and absorb it all and learning and see if something is if I'm gonna have a bread and just whatever, you know. But what do I get? I get silenced in chat. If I cannot have a voice, I cannot be part of it, you know. That's the thing.
Well,
so that was
maybe
wrong.
if you got something to say, people shut up and let you talk.
I had something to say and I was being respectful, but what do I get? I get banned.
What?
Boom.
What are you talking about? All you've done so far is just whine about how flat earthers are being mean to me for not respecting my belief. What are you doing? You turn into a social justice warrior whiner. Okay?
I'm a special guy.
Do something.
Erwin.
Start thinking again.
Start
using that brain again.
Oh, I am, believe me.
No, you're not. You're just complaining all day.
And I'm so glad this is on the record and it's being heard, you know, because this is the interaction.
Yes, so important. It needs to be on record. You have to establish the victimhood. So important.
Yeah, guys,
Oh,
I
I'm
don't
done.
think this is going anywhere. Just FYI, I've got some pretty solid evidence here. If y'all want to have a flat Earth debate sometime, this is your first show back. And I'd just like to say that I really don't think it's cool people shutting you down. I hate the culture where if you don't agree with somebody, you rob them of their livelihood or you shut them out completely. I really don't like that kind of mindset.
Yeah, like what George Netanyahu did. Remember? He literally did. Yeah.
I'm not sure what you're talking about. I'm specifically talking about Nathan's show.
Brian Mullen and George Netanyahu. Remember that? Remember?
No. What are you talking about? Is it in the flat Earth community, or are you talking about a larger story?
It was on the flat Earth debate. Yeah, we.
I haven't watched the show in months, man. It's been a couple months.
Anyone? Riley, Nathan? Would you like
Sure.
to remind
So
him?
what he's trying to detail to you, unorthodox, is another example of a flat earther suffering the wrath of George Netanyahu, in the regards that George took umbrage with Brian Mullen classing himself as an engineer, I believe, or something along those lines, and therefore he went out of his way to contact his employer and things of that nature. In other words, shut down Brian Mullen. Pardon?
Yeah.
That is such bullshit.
Please, George, not in a cold Walmart because I don't work at Walmart.
Sorry, are you saying
I wouldn't do that to my worst enemy? Like,
sure.
I just wouldn't. That's just not up for debate for me. Like, that's just not something you do.
Well, it's something he did do.
Yeah, that's fucked up. Or it's messed up, excuse me. Really messed up.
No, it is fucked up. You are right in your language use.
Yeah, I mean, seriously. There's a real famous story about a woman who went to Africa, and right before she went on the plane, she made a AIDS joke about something like she was white, good thing she's not going to get AIDS. And then when she landed in Africa, she had lost her job. She had lost pretty much everything she had, because from the time that she took off till she landed in Africa, she didn't have service. And then when she landed in Africa, she found out that they'd contacted her employer, they'd contacted like her landlord, like all this crazy stuff. And her life was just turned upside down. Yeah, I really hate that mindset. I really do. So I don't agree with your channels being shut down.
But the difference is Jose is just being a troll, and he's just saying pure nonsense.
No, I don't think so. I think he's literally made himself mentally handicapped. Sorry, I can't say it any other way.
Yeah, unlike Zinder and Unorthodox, you've never been banned.
Doing this because he's trolling us or he's trying to betray us. It's literally, it's just, he no longer gets it. And I don't know why. It is like a curse. You got these things. You could feed them back. All these explanations, the reasoning. You did it. You did it on the show. It's still on record. We could still go and listen to it back that you did indeed get these things, and you could tell them
right, Nathan.
And now you don't get them anymore. It's very sad.
Nathan, Bob the science guy claims to want a link. He says the link in the description box doesn't work. Are you updating it?
I don't think so. I got one through email.
Nathan is wiping his tears. It was funny, the Arwin interaction. Hold on.
I don't think he's wiping his tears.
He was laughing out loud big time.
I'll tell you right now, I've got something that would be pretty interesting for you guys to look at if you want to really have a flat Earth debate. Oh. I made a video recently looking at flat Earth maps versus the globe, and I kind of want to get your guys' take on it. I mean, this is the flat Earth debate, the comeback of it. We got to have a little bit of an argument here, right?
Yeah, and if we have time later, Anthony, I told you, I think the day, like yesterday or the day before, I would make the observation with the laser again.
Oh yeah.
If you want, I can show it to you. It didn't go so well because, you know, smartphone cameras are really bad with light. My smartphone camera doesn't record light so well, so you will see later if you want to look at the video.
That's what I wanted to ask Jose. Jose, you know when you did your supermarket thing, have you got a laser? Have you got one of those little handheld laser things that you could be able to test and make sure that there's a continuous line from one side to the other?
This morning when I got off work, I bought me $1 one. I don't know if I'm going to be able to reach it because it was a lot of customers in the store. It was, I mean, I got off late. So in the next time that I get off really early before customers are in, I'm going to try to shoot it and see how straight that is.
Just try and get it in the same area so it matches the image that you took when you did the recording.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
Hey, Alan. Hold on. Sorry, Anthony. Bear with me. Hey, Alan.
Hi, Nathan. You have a good holiday?
I didn't have a holiday. Good to have you.
Nice break? Hello?
I'm assuming that Nathan must be busy.
Yeah, he's doing fine.
I don't know what he's doing though.
Thank you, Owen. Hey, Flip Flop.
Which one?
Yo.
My main man from Texas.
Jose is the left flip flop, and Zinder's the right flip flop.
Zinder's flip flopped. Zinder's flip flop. I didn't know that. I did not know that. Interesting.
Oh, nice. Yeah, I like sound limit the interview at the end, so I thought I will close it out with that, but I don't know. Something keeps pulling me back.
There's some kind of rule then, one in and one out.
I know about it.
Yeah, right.
I went back for like 4 times. Course of my life.
But I think at the
it's
end,
it's very alluring, especially when the pressure gets high and you don't know what to do.
Hang on, Owen. Owen, if you've gone back 4 times, why are you giving Jose such a difficult time?
Because it's so painful to watch. Just as it was painful to watch to those that tried to explain it to me when I was young.
I don't see it painful to watch, Darwin.
And now why they say, "Oh, I'm sick and tired of listening to Jose everywhere and talking and chatting." This is what I've been doing for 2 years now because I think different. You're sick and tired of hearing me, right? That's why.
No, it's just because you went full
I've been
retard.
participating the
you
same.
went full about me. That's the difference. And Zinder, I don't mind if you flip-flop so-called. I don't think you're flip-flopping. I think you're trying to find the truth. You ask good questions. You do your research, and I think you're awesome.
Yeah.
You know, I have no problem with you, Zinder. I've had from the beginning, and I still do.
Thank you very much. I appreciate it. But what I wanted to say before is, Anthony is my drug dealer. He keeps selling me the flat Earth, and I keep buying it. And
yeah,
when I almost got away, he uploaded a video about me. Like it was like a 50% off for LSD. I don't know, whatever. And then I had to take the offer, and I'm back here again. So,
yeah, you're awesome, man.
It's more like nicotine. Look,
yeah, you're right.
Flat Earth is like
and
nicotine.
That's awesome.
Yeah,
it started out pretty disgusting, you know, but yeah, it's kind of interesting. And then eventually, yeah, you get real big focus from it, and you start to get addicted, and then you can't let go anymore. So yeah, Flat Earth is kind of like smoking.
Yeah,
starts out really disgusting, then gives these amazing benefits, and it's very hard to get rid of one way or the other.
Yeah, that's a way better analogy, Arwin. Way better analogy than all the drugs. Perfect. I'm going.
Zinder, and then you die of cancer.
No, that's the thing. That's actually the chemical shit that they put in there. It's the misconceptions and the lies and the demons that haunt us.
Yeah, you gotta keep taking pure nicotine. Don't take all the other shit they put in. Just
don't take pure nicotine.
Right, it's gonna. Yeah, I know.
No, well, but take just the purer tobacco, organic type red tobacco that haven't been sauced, that have no ammonia shit in them and all that crap. Because modern cigarettes all have that crap. It's terrible. It's not the tobacco; it's the crap they add to it that gives people cancer.
Like those produced by the Native Americans, for example.
Yeah,
that's perfect. Yeah.
The best thing is to get your own leaves.
Mm-hmm.
Just breed them yourself if you can, and dry them, and use that. It's more work, but it's gonna be pure, and it's gonna have a lot of benefits, and not so many detriments.
Interesting.
Same goes for cannabis, by the way. You know, you can get cannabis that's really rammed out of the ground with artificial shit and everything, and it's really strong, gives you a giant blow to the head, but it's not going to be very healthy. But if you breed it yourself and you're very careful and you love the plants and everything, it's going to be great. It's going to be healthy. It's all about the treatment.
Stopped smoking a long time ago, but go on. Let's not talk about drugs anymore.
Anyways, Zinder, I appreciate that you're looking for the truth, and whenever a question is asked, you go and actually do your research on like Jose, who's actually just being a retard. Thank you.
Let's not bash on Jose, please. I think Jose also
I can't help it. More. He's just that retarded. I can't help it.
But he did way more
than
I did.
Yeah, partner, I think the same about you when you say things like, maybe we're here all from the start. And I'm like, what a moron.
Yeah, well, that's because you're under quantum eraser. You know, quantum replacer's got a hold. Pastor eraser's got a hold of
I'm
you.
really not.
That's your problem.
I'm really not. I'm really
you
not,
can
mate.
say not, but everything you say contradicts that.
Flattener, you acting like a cold member. Thank you.
Yeah, but hang on. Most people call quantum eraser a fundy Christian, right? I am zero religion whatsoever. So I don't know how you compare me to John. Just
Yeah,
because
but you
I'm
still back things he says, even though it doesn't make sense.
For example?
For example, using the laws of thermodynamics to prove creation. You've agreed that things cannot be created nor destroyed, right? But you still back him in the sense that he's proved creation, even though it falls apart, and you agree with the first law of thermodynamics. You can't explain that, and now you're acting like you can.
Meeting of minds here.
What?
I'm not sure we have a meeting of minds. I'm not sure where you're getting this reference from.
Well, I mean, like there can't be energy can't be created, energy can't be destroyed, right? There is a finite amount of energy which doesn't come from nowhere, right? So is it like partly this what you wanted to say about thermodynamics?
I'm not sure what he's getting at.
Well,
that
quantum eraser is using the laws of thermodynamics to prove creation, even though the laws of thermodynamics fall apart once you actually start looking into it. But still you accept that as some sort of proof because quantum eraser has said it.
Thermodynamics can fall apart when you start looking into it, given that it's considered to be a law.
Because the first law of thermodynamics states that matter cannot be created, energy cannot be created nor destroyed. But you're saying that there's a beginning. So it would have had to have been created at some point. But if you can't create it nor destroy it, how are you creating it?
Well, you said that there has to be a beginning where there was nothing.
Been joined by John. How you doing, John?
Yeah, I just woke up in the morning, and this morning people were jumping all over me.
Take this guy on, John.
What's going on?
Just really quick, so there might have been, since the beginning, there might have been like a finite amount of energy, and then the creator turned the energy into what we live on today. Like, that wouldn't violate the first and second law of thermodynamics in certain way. I mean, that would still be strange, but it wouldn't violate it.
At the same time, energy is never really lost. Have you considered that?
Yeah, I mean, energy can't be destroyed. I know it
just transforms into something else. So to say a finite amount of energy, it's all relative in that sense. It's not gonna run out. The battery is not gonna run out.
Oh,
that would make sense.
Oh, sorry, I meant a specific amount of energy. I meant not I think
total.
Finite. Yeah, total amount of energy.
Total summary. Yeah, that would make sense.
Yeah. Sorry, finite I think is the wrong word.
Well, what's the claim? What are you talking about? Hello?
The question is, what are you actually claiming?
Earth flattener.
As far as what?
Well, he said the first rule of thermodynamics falls apart when you start considering creation, right?
Right. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed, is what it says.
That's a natural law.
So therefore, you can't have creation, right?
Those are natural laws. The laws of thermodynamics are natural laws. It holds no sway over a creator. Let's say a video game maker, right? Let's say he makes a video game and he creates the laws inside the game, right? Is he subject to those laws, or is he outside the game? Your two ontological primitives, your only two choices as to how we are here is either nature or an intelligent designer or creator. What's so hard to understand about that?
Well, the third option is that everything has always been here.
One at a time, please. Arwin or Earth Flattener, one or the other.
Sorry.
You can't always have been here because that's a second law of thermodynamics violation.
Just as far as we know it, it doesn't mean that that stands. Just because your reality
just as far
is
as we know
determined
it,
by these laws doesn't mean there's another reason.
Have you got an example of the second law being broken?
Well, you cannot bring things back down from a higher state of disorder, right? Things go into a disorder and you can't bring them back. You can't, having the same conversation again, you can't make a block of wood again after you've burned it,
Yeah, that's
right?
my argument.
But right, exactly. But if you take water and you introduce the sun, then it evaporates into a cloud. Thus, it's in a higher state of disorder. But eventually that cloud will come back down as water. So it does come back down from this disorder. It is not your argument.
That's still my argument.
That's my argument because
no, it's not.
I brought something back. You can say nah all you want.
I'm not saying nah.
You are clearly saying nah because a cloud is in a higher state of disorder than water.
You don't have an argument.
A cloud is in a higher state of disorder than water, but it will come back and become water again.
How is it in a higher state? What are the levels of disorder? What is disorder versus order? Is there a gradient in the disorder? This is new.
This is nonsense. He doesn't have an argument. Have you got any?
How is that not? How is a cloud being in a higher state of disorder coming back down and becoming water again? How is that not a lesser disorder?
Elmer Fudd sophistry. You don't even know what entropy is.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
You have an example.
Shut
your pie hole for a second. Do you have an example of the second law?
You shut your pie hole and you understand what I'm saying because you're not responding to what I'm saying. As far as the cloud being in a higher state of disorder and coming back into being water, you're not answering his question. We don't need your help, Arwen. We don't need your help.
Can I think you do. Can I just jump in real quick because John asked you a question and then you went into asking him or bringing up clouds, but he asked you a direct question that you avoided, I feel. So maybe John can ask you his question again, and then instead of going off onto your cloud example, just answer his question.
Okay. Can you please? Laughing isn't a position, right? Ignorance
you clearly, all you do is laugh. All you do is laugh and call people crayon munchers. That's all you do.
Are you a crayon muncher?
Come on, let's just hear the question again.
No, you started it.
Arwen, come on, let's just hear the question. We've only got a few minutes left live, so let's just hear the question again and see if we can get a response from Earthplaner.
Sure. Can you show me one example of the second law of thermodynamics being violated or broken?
Water becoming a cloud, thus in a higher state of disorder, and then coming back down and becoming water again, thus in a lesser state of entropy.
That's inane.
So why is it inane? Inane?
Why is it inane? It's not even on subject. That's not a second law of thermodynamics violation.
Why is it not?
Do you even know what the second law of thermodynamics is?
Yes, things go from hot to cold, which would be one of them, right? And I don't have a problem with that part of it. My problem with it is that things go into a higher state of disorder and they cannot be brought back from that. But water is doing that.
So heat flows from hot to cold always. Higher energy to lower energy concentration always. Higher pressure to lower pressure always. Show one example of the opposite of one of those three.
Well, he may not get an opportunity to do so because I'm going to round out for the live audience. So if you are watching this on the Nathan Oakley 1980 channel, the show will continue in a few moments into the after show. However, I'll say first and foremost a massive, enormous, huge thank you to all of the live audience for tuning in and hopefully sharing this debate. And of course, a massive thank you to all of the debating panel for making this debate possible. If you've not done so already, be sure to like, comment, share and subscribe. I've been Nathan Oakley and I'll see you all in the next video.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!
entropy, for example.
Yes.
And
Yeah, I think that's a pretty good example too. Life.
Well, life contributes to a higher entropy in general, but life itself at the moment fights against entropy to stay alive, right?
Yes, because we are in a state of equilibrium. So if we were even in a lesser state of equilibrium, say the sun came closer and just burned everything, some things would still exist, but we would be in a higher state of disorder. But if that sun were to move away again, we would come back to our equilibrium. Which is
why are you
life
just
as we know
making
it.
stuff up? I mean, you know you're just making stuff up.
All
why are you doing
everybody is doing is making stuff up. These
You're
laws
just
that
making
you
stuff
believe
up.
are
You're a
natural
clown.
is made up.
You're a clown.
By
You don't even know what
somebody.
the second
You
law
just
is.
choose to believe it.
You're a clown. I don't believe things.
Yes, I'm a
know
clown.
things.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
a
you
clown.
are.
Yeah, hilarious.
You don't even know what the second law is, for crying out loud.
That's fine, for crying out loud, yes. Why don't you take out your
You don't.
Word document and explain it to us all?
You don't know what it is. You already showed it a number of times. I mean,
You guys
what are
don't
you
like
doing
science
here?
in general, so why are y'all even on a scientific topic? To me, this is kind of stupid, right?
We're
You
not
guys
on a
hate
scientific
science.
topic. because
Well,
the laws of
condom replacer
thermodynamics
is just
aren't
trying.
scientific.
He's just a creationist,
All
and
right.
he uses this
Okay,
as a
so
catalyst for
You're a
that.
creationist. and
Oh, come on, come on. Let's not let it
if
descend
you're-
into ad hominem attacks. Come on.
Guys.
If he's not a creationist, he stands in direct contradiction of not only the laws of thermodynamics, but of quantum mechanics. So, I mean, what's your point here, son?
John, you need to get into university, man. You know all of these quantum mechanics and thermodynamic laws. You need to get into university and publish some papers.
Oh, that was
man.
25 years ago, son.
My points are beyond anything you're ever going to understand, Grandpa, because you're
Yeah,
old.
because
You
you're
have these
retarded.
thoughts, 70s thoughts, and you can continue with that.
Well,
but we're
go
moving
back
on
and defeat,
where we have
refute
different
my
ideas, and just because
argument.
I have an idea that doesn't correspond with a
Refute
mainstream
my
consensus doesn't
arguments.
make me
I
wrong.
have scientific evidences. Refute my arguments. Simple. It's simple.
Not that
They're
simple,
posted.
Grandpa. It's not that simple.
Can I jump in just real quick, Flatner? I wasn't trying to put you on the spot. I was just trying to understand how you answered his question earlier. So how about I just jump in because you guys are going back and forth. And Flatner, what is your understanding of the second law? Can you just do that for me? What is your understanding of it?
Well, the part that I have a problem with? 'Cause,
No.
Heat goes from
I just want
hot
you
to
to
cold. I don't have a
restate.
problem with this.
Okay, so your understanding of the second law of thermodynamics is expressed by saying heat goes from a higher temperature to a lower temperature. That's how you would define the second law of thermodynamics?
That's the part that I wouldn't have a problem with. The part that I have a problem with is things going into a higher state of disorder and not being brought back. That block of wood that burns and becomes a gas will never become that block of wood again.
Well, that's how trees are. Most of the weight in trees is due to things they pulled from the air, right? So that's actually true. And I'll also tell you guys another thing. That's not true at all. Things can go from hot to cold or cold to hot. Just FYI, we all have refrigerators. We all have heat pumps. We know that it can go either way.
Refrigerators don't count, son, because we're talking about natural laws. Refrigerators aren't natural. For crying out loud.
What are you talking about?
My
It can go either way. It can go
I don't
from hot to
agree
cold
with
or
that
cold to hot.
either. I don't agree with that. A refrigerator is not an example of what you're
That's
what we're
right.
trying to
It's
talk
not
about
because
here.
we're talking about natural laws. Refrigerators are man-made objects.
They're physical. They're in the real
That's
world.
right.
They
This is what I'm
operate
talking about.
via
This is what I'm
natural
talking about
laws.
here, people.
John.
You shouldn't be in this discussion. You could barely
I'm just
pick
telling
up
you where
cans
y'all getting some
alongside
things
the
wrong.
road. I mean, this is a joke.
I mean, the natural world includes everything that is
It's not-
physical.
no, it doesn't.
Everything that is not metaphysical.
It doesn't
right?
include refrigerators, Zinder.
natural
Natural
world
laws
includes-
are what
John, this
nature
is where you
does.
start sounding crazy,
It
man.
was so simple before.
Refrigerators.
It was so simple because we were proposed A or B, and there's no other choice. I choose to believe there's more alternatives that we are not aware of. That's all my position,
what?
and I'm quiet
For
now.
what?
Yeah,
Be
that's all my
specific.
position is
Creation
too.
versus evolution.
Okay, what's the
there
third
could
choice?
be another
Creation
position.
versus evolution.
I agree,
Evolution is not
Jose.
even a
That's all
choice.
I'm trying
it's
to
a fairy
say.
tale. So What's your third choice? I gave you two ontological
There could
primitives.
be a third, a fourth, and a fifth, and I don't know what it is because we don't know everything. Do you know everything?
So your
no,
argument
you got A
from
and B.
ignorance
That's it.
fallacy, right? That's where your position
You believe
is.
in A
Argument
or you
from
believe in
ignorance.
B.
I said there's
period.
two choices.
I believe there are more alternatives that we are not aware of.
You keep
That's
saying that, but give me a third choice other than an intelligent designer or nature.
We're in a
choose
simulation.
C. I'm not going to tell you which one. What I see. I'm just choose C.
That's what I'm talking about.
Hold on.
Listen,
I had simulation. Hold on.
Yeah, simulation. Random. Well, I don't know. I'm just throwing shit out. I don't know.
Well, for a simulation, wouldn't that require somebody to run the simulator?
Yeah, but not in the typical sense, though. You're not being directly created. You could be creating through some kind of subsidiary system, right?
Yes, the simulator poofed itself into existence, right? Is that what you're saying?
I mean, shit, crazier things have happened, right?
I mean, simulator requires information. Information is neither matter nor energy. So where is it? Where did it come from?
Condom replacer, energy cannot be created nor destroyed. Do you agree with that?
Yes, the first law of thermodynamics.
Yes. Okay. So what I think, everything is energy. Okay. So if things were
matter and energy are equivalent, so you're trying to weasel out. So try again.
What's that?
If you let him finish, Quantum, maybe he can get his point across.
No, I didn't hear.
Listen,
I didn't
I'm
hear
tired
his
of letting
nonsense.
Crayon Munchers finish. So listen, let's do a formal debate.
Oh,
let's do a structured debate.
Okay.
Okay. No, not right now. Not right now. I'm going to take this IQ flattener to the woodshed for demonstration purposes only. Hey, Nathan, you there?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Let's do a formal debate. I'll make up a formal debate structure. Now, I only usually do PhDs, but I'm going to make an exception in this Crayon Munchers case. Let's do a formal debate. We'll go claim, support, claim, support. I'm going to drag this idiot around by his short hairs in front of everyone. So now I got to go get some breakfast, but I'll be getting back to you, IQ flattener. You're friggin' smoked, brother, and you don't even know it. Hey, Nathan, congratulations on your show, man. Good job being back.
Congratulations, Quantum. You are a master of regurgitation. Thank you.
Just pure BS.
Thank you very much.
Thanks. Get ready, Zinder. You better gird your loins, son. You don't know what's coming at you.
What?
Hey, Nathan.
You weren't talking to me before. What do I have
You
to
were
do?
talking to him, Grandpa. Open up your ears.
I didn't know he was 70. I thought he was maybe 40 or 50.
Now just descended into ad hoc,
70s.
so I think John's disappeared.
Wait,
Good. Beat it.
Like when does it like?
That's it. Get a few digs in. Now he's gone.
Have I been replaced by someone else? I don't know.
So because somebody has an education and understands and does the science and spend 20, 30 years of their lives knowing how human beings behave on this race, on this humanity, you think you know everything because you understand how humans and the human world behaves as for today? How does everything else work? You take the esoteric point of view, so you choose not to believe in anything else but what you learn. What if what you learn is all bullshit also, you know?
Okay, so I will say what I was trying to say. Energy cannot be created nor destroyed, and Condom agreed with this. So my point was that I think everything may be energy. I don't know this for sure. Nobody knows. But if energy was everything and everything was brought into our current state, then energy would just be everything. You cannot create it. You cannot destroy it.
I mean, I think unorthodox knows more about it, but what did Einstein say about energy? Energy and matter are the same, or have the certain values, whatever? Do you remember?
Einstein was a storyteller, good with numbers. That's all he was.
Well, I don't know. He makes kind of sense in some points, but I don't understand relativity good enough to support his claims.
Good luck with that.
Yeah.
Relativity is a
we
beast.
must accept some things that we don't understand. We must accept many things that we don't understand. That's it.
Absolutely.
We don't have answers for it.
How long has the show actually been off for? guys?
On or off?
Off. How long has it been on? No, I'm talking about like, you know, this. Go ahead.
Today's the first day back.
Yeah.
After how long being gone?
About a month.
Yeah,
a month. Okay.
Yeah, 1 month.
Will you ever be able to stream on your main channel again on 1980?
Yeah, that'll return in March.
All right.
Yeah, it's 90 days, isn't it? That's a long time, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's actually an unrelated issue. So that was a community guideline strike that, before any of this happened, forced me onto the second channel. So you may vaguely remember that we were streaming on the second channel anyway.
Oh no, I don't. It's been months since I've talked to you guys. Been a couple months. I don't know why I'm coming back, but
I'm out of here, guys. Thank you very much. I'll keep coming back for the heat, and hopefully next time or in the next couple of days or soon, I will bring good evidence in favor of the globe. Thank you very much. Boom.
See you, Jose.
Nice, Jose. Thank you. So this happens often. You guys get people flip flopping. I know you guys have been doing the show for years, but I'm guessing it happens from time to time. Pretty interesting, really. I've only seen 2 interviews online with ex-flat earthers, and it was from what's his name? Fight the Flat Earth. You guys probably know who he is. Maybe, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't like the guy. I think he's an asshole. But
yeah, he seemed a little bit like an asshole. I'll give you that. You know, like I've watched a few of his videos. He seems kind of like a dick. But I did see 2 interviews with ex-flat earthers, which is pretty interesting from my perspective. Xander, dude, what happened, bro? How long have you been on the dark side?
I don't know, like 2 months, plus minus 2-3 months. So it didn't really hurt getting out of there. I made my own observations with the angle of attack thing. I even made it yesterday night, and I've still seen no results. I will present it maybe next time. You know, I made the observations with a laser. I looked that the laser doesn't shine directly on the aperture, and so the laser kinda is like every other light, only visible because, you know, it's only visible because it was shining through the air and so on, right? So it didn't really hit the aperture at all.
Hey, Flat and Earth, can you pop yourself on mute? Thank you.
Sorry.
Yeah. So then I came back. Yeah. Anyway.
So, go ahead.
No, after I did my own observations, I kind of went back to the globe in certain ways, like not like I was before I joined the show, but in that direction somehow.
So you're on the fence a little bit still. You're not really full flathead at the moment, you'd say.
What I'm trying to understand things in a certain way better than I did before, because I had the ignorance. I would understand things and I thought it wouldn't work. So now I'm just open. I don't say it is exactly like they told us, but I think that like a sphere is far more likely than a flat Earth at all. Like way more likely.
Way more likely that it's flat?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Interesting. Yeah, I'm a little disappointed I didn't get to show my little piece I made because, you know, it was your first day back. You did get heated with the other guy. I just was going to come on for fun and kind of do the whole antagonist thing because that's kind of your show. I don't know when I'll be able to get on next, but I basically made some models in CAD looking at different flat maps versus the globe.
Let's have a look now. Show us.
To see how. Okay. So you can get heated if you want to, but you know, I'll maybe come back another day and present this on the show and do the whole antagonist thing for the show. Like, you know, I like to be a little bit more civil if, you know, we're not on air. If we're on air, you know, whatever. But I mean, what the fuck? It doesn't really matter anyway. So you'll have to click on my screen. This took a while to make too, because I had a couple weeks off during the break. I made this and I've just been finished editing it. But you'll have to click on my screen. I'm presenting right now.
Yeah, I've got you.
Okay, all right. So basically what I did here is I looked at 3 different maps. I looked at the Mercator projection. I looked at the Robinson projection, and I looked at the polar projection. And if you're looking at my screen right now, you can see, you know, I've got in this CAD software program, and I've set up like these distances, right? So we've got New York to Paris. I used New York to LA to set the scale, and then the other routes scale accordingly. It holds the same scale, it holds the same proportions, it holds everything. And you can see that here in a minute where I change everything, and you'll see it adjust. Let me see if I can get it to come up real quick just to kind of show you guys that it really does adjust the scale. So I'm looking at basically, so you can see right here what I'm doing is I show you that as I've laid this out, you can adjust the distance here between New York and LA, and it adjusts accordingly. So here I'm going to 2000, and then I'm gonna set the scale to 2,451, and that's the known distance. And then I just compare that with the other ones, and you know, obviously we're not gonna watch the whole video right now, but I'll tell you right now, like the closest these came were like within a couple hundred miles. Like this one right here, New York to Paris, is you know, hundreds of miles off. What is it? If it's over 400 miles off, like most of these are like hundreds and hundreds of miles off. And then I went to the globe. I made a CAD model in the globe. I made a CAD model of the globe, and I did the same cities, and I laid it out on the globe. And when you do it on the globe, you can see like it's 99.9% accurate. And I guess you can look at this right here. We'll just do the first one, okay? New York, LA. And I'll tell you, the polar projection one was the worst. It had one that was 50% off, which was Cape Town to Sydney. And let me just show you this right here, and then I'll be done, and we'll see what you guys have to say. So if you look at these right here, so this is the distance from New York to Los Angeles. Use this to set, actually I didn't even set the scale, I just set the GPS on that one. And that one was 99.9% accurate. This one's LA to Sydney. We'd all say these are known distances, supposed to be 7,497 miles, turns out to be 7,505. So it's 99.9% accurate. And that's what I do. I go around to each major city and I look and see if the distance that we know from city to city is correct. And it turns out to be correct on a globe. But on any flat map you look at, it's not correct. I would say this is probably the strongest evidence for the globe, in my mind. And that's it. That's basically what I had to show you guys, you know.
Interesting.
Yeah.
And with that, I'm going to say a huge, massive, enormous thank you to all of the debating panel for making this debate and after show possible. And also a massive thank you to all of the audience that are watching this on Nathan Oakley 1980 in the premiere, if I can say that correctly. I'll say that again. Thank you to all of you watching in the Nathan Oakley 1980 premiering audience. I've been Nathan Oakley, and I'll see you all in the next video.
Oh, what a day! What a lovely day!